Good evening friends, today is 18 March 2021 and welcome to my channel Braveheart. Okay, so there are a lot of articles to discuss today, so a lot to discuss, a lot to know as always. But before we begin, let me ask you a question. Which of the following countries belongs to OPEC? So answer this in comment box. If not, I will answer at the end of the video. The first article is about the second peak of COVID-19. So please be safe and make your family safe. Okay, if you have not got vaccinated, then go to this website, Cowin. Just type Cowin in the Google. You just registered and get vaccinated. And this vaccine is also not a guarantee to protect from COVID-19. So I have put this article only for you in order to maintain your safety. Okay. The first real article is about Brahmos. So Bra means Brahmaputra. Mos means Moscow. So it is a river of Russia, and Brahmaputra, as always, we know that it is from India. So it is a joint venture between India and Russia. So this is a cruise missile. Let me tell you the difference between cruise missile and ballistic missile. Okay, so if this is the layer of the Earth and this is the upper atmosphere, cruise missiles travels towards the Earth. Okay, near to the Earth, and ballistic missiles goes straight into the upper atmosphere, then re-enters into the Earth's atmosphere and then attacks. So this cruise missile is what we call Earth hugging missile. Okay, so coming to BrahMos missile, why it is there in news? Because recently India is thinking to give the BrahMos missile to Philippines. About BrahMos missile, I have told you it is cruise missile and it goes at a speed of 2.8 mAh and the range is 290 kilometers, and government is planning to extend it to 1500 kilometers. It travels at this speed, then it will be supersonic missile. Okay, so government is also planning to make it to hypersonic missile. So if it travels 5 MAC, then it is hypersonic cruise missile. What is MAC? It is speed of the sound. So BrahMos missile travels at the rate of 2.8 MAC. Okay. Coming to the history of BrahMos missile, the program was started in 1990. In 2005, it was inducted into our Navy. In 2007, Army started using it. In 2017, our Air Force started using it. So this BrahMos missile can be used from both water, land, and air. So why CATSA I have written here? Because this is countering America's adversaries through Sanctions Act. So whoever purchases armor from Russia, then the USA will impose sanctions. Okay, so why it can be a threat, like the BrahMos is 65% of the BrahMos is made, this ramjet engine everything is bought from Russia only. So if we export this Russia to Philippines, then Philippines could be sanctioned by USA. So this is all about it. If I show you the video how the BrahMos missile goes, just look at it. So this is the BrahMos missile. Goes like this. So this is a naval version of BrahMos missile. Let me play you once again for the clarity. See the speed at which it goes. Let's come back. So this is all about the BrahMos missile. I have given you a package. You just enjoy. The next article is about inflation. I have told you about WPI, CPI, everything in the previous videos. If you have not watched it, just go and watch it. You will find a clarity. And answer me a question: who releases CPI? So now, monetary policy is the one which controls the inflation, keeping in mind the growth. Okay, so re-evaluating the inflation target. It is doing the re-evaluation of the inflation targeting. Generally, from 2014, the target was set that inflation should not go less than 2% or more than 6%. It should be in between 2 to 6%. This inflation targeting was done in 2014. Okay, so here uh, let me explain you how to control inflation. Okay, there are two policies used by government. One is hawkish policy and the other is dovish policy. This is to fight deflation and this is to fight inflation. How will fight inflation? Inflation is the increase in the prices, right? There is a lot of money in the hands of people, because of which they are buying items at higher rates. So in order to take the money from the people, the government uses hawkish money, or we also call this hawkish money as tight money. or we also call contractionary policy, okay, to fight inflation. So this dovish policy is easy money, or what we call cheap money, or expansionary policy. So how these policies are formed, let me explain you these terms before explaining how these policies are implemented. What is CRR and SLR, repo rate and reverse repo rate, also MSF. Let me explain you in brief. Okay, CRR is the ratio, is the cash ratio which should be maintained with RBI, and SLR we should maintain in the form of cash, gold, or government sec with ourselves. I mean, if we are bankers, then we should maintain cash in the form of cash or gold or GSEC with ourselves. What this cash? It is percentage of NDTL. Okay, so 18% approximately will be their CRR. It will be 4%. It should be maintained in the form of cash only. Nothing is allowed. So repo rate is the rate at which the RBI lends to banks. Okay, so here GSEC are there, no? These GSECs are not touched. Remaining the government securities are there, no? Those government securities is used as collateral, and it is a repurchase agreement. Bank is giving those government securities and taking the loan for short term, okay? And it will repurchase after some time at a higher rate. So RBI is lending to bank. Bank is putting collateral as this government securities. Reverse repo rate is the rate at which RBI takes money from banks. So it gives the government securities, it takes the what we call money from the banks, okay. And MSF is also a kind of a reverse repo rate. Sorry, MSF is also a repo rate at actually a repo rate plus 0.25% is what MSF, okay. So if these government securities excess government securities are over, the government securities are over, and the only government securities which are remaining are from SLR. So these SLRs, government securities, can be used in the MSF. They can give the SLR, I mean government securities in the SLR, and they can take the loan if there is any urgent requirement of the loan. Okay, this is all about the CRR SLR. By controlling this, if repo rate is increased, then the loan rate of the bank also increases. Then for the public, the interest rate will be very high, and it will results in the hawkish policy. So in the same way, if repo rate is decreased, then more money goes to public hands, and it results to dovish policy or cheap money policy. It is helpful for fighting deflation. Okay, let's move to the next article. It is about Sensex and Nifty. These two are the indexes. Okay, it is a broader concept. From the examination point of view, I am explaining. Sensex is the index of Bombay Stock Exchange, and Nifty is National Stock Exchange. So these are all the capital markets, capital secondary markets. Okay, again it started this problem. It's confusing me from past 3 hours. Okay, no problem. Let me explain you like this only. So, so Nifty is of 50 companies and Sensex is for 30 companies. Okay, Bombay Stock Exchange is the oldest stock exchange. It was established in 1887, and National Stock Exchange, it was established in 1993. It is headquartered in Mumbai. Both are headquartered in Mumbai only. So why is there in news? Sensex slumps to 1.1% ahead of the US Fed. So what are these? So if you go for IPO, initial public offering, then you will take money by giving the IPO, right? So this is for the second time. If you want to sell in secondary market, then this Sensex and Nifty are used. So this is all about it. Let's move to the next article. It is about Great Indian Bustard. It is found in mostly it is found in Desert National Park of Rajasthan. It is critically endangered. In Appendix 1, it is listed, and in Schedule 1 of the 1972 Wildlife Protection Act. Appendix 1 of the sites. Okay. So it is majorly found in Gujarat and Rajasthan, and also it is found in Rollapadu Wildlife Sanctuary. It is there in Andhra Pradesh, and In minor quantity, it is found in Madhya Pradesh. It is there. This Madhya Pradesh is there. I mean, Karera Wildlife Sanctuary is there in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. This is all about the Great Indian Bustard. Why it is there in news? Because while flying, this is the heaviest heaviest flying bird on the earth. Okay, while flying, its vision is very weak. It just goes and collides with the overhead lines, and it dies. So Supreme Court has said that it should construct the underground lines instead of overhead lines, so as to protect this bird. Let's move to the next article. It's about CIPRI report. What CIPRI report? It reports about the arms transfer. Okay, so India is the second country after Saudi Arabia uh, to uh, to procure the arms and ammunitions. Okay, so first is Saudi Arabia. Mostly, we will purchase 49% of our armors from Russia. Okay, 49% is purchased from Russia, and from France some 19%, and 13% from Israel. Okay, so this CIPRI was established in 1966 at Stockholm. Let's move on to the next article. It is about Kuti current affairs. So March 18th is also known as Sleeping Day. It is also known as Recycling Day. Then on March 19th it will be Earth Day. Tomorrow is Earth Day. I will bring you how Earth Day came into effect, from which date it is celebrated. It is very important. Okay. So this My Own 2021 is exhibition for all the manufacturers and MSME, small and medium enterprises. Okay. So it is organized in Manipur. Baby Rani Maurya is the governor. Okay, let's move on. Baragacha Pass, where it is there? It is there in Jammu and Kashmir. Recently, Border Roads Organization has told to open the Baragacha Pass for to open the Baragacha Pass and allow traveling there. Some highway construction is going on there. Okay, so what is this Bhana? It is Assamese dance. Okay, from this Bhana only Satriya dance came into effect. So Satriya dance is one of the classical dances. There are eight dances which are classical, which are declared as classical dances by Sahitya Academy. So what are the eight dances? Just comment in comment box. It was started by Shankara Deva. Okay, the last is Guru. This Chamancheri. Okay, this Guru died because of recently he died. He was a dancer of Kathakali, and he got Padma Shri in 2014, I guess. I don't remember the date. Just check it out. Okay. Let's move to the next article. It is about Asian. As I have promised yesterday that I will bring you a video on the Asian, how to remember the countries of the Asian. So Asian consists of 10 countries. Okay. It was formed in 1967 with a motto of one vision, one identity, and one community. So if you talk about the Asian, in the Asian only there are no continents. Okay, it is Southeast Asian nation. Okay, sorry, I have written the spelling wrong. A Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Okay, ASEAN. It is, this spelling is wrong. Please ignore that. Okay? So if I tell you about the Asian, let's move to the map. Okay, so this is the Bombay Stock Exchange. Actually, I should have showed you at that time only, but because of the time constraint, I did not show. But this is the Bombay Stock Exchange website. Okay, just go have a look at it. So this is Asian. Okay, this is the website of the Asian. Here you can see the updates and Asian health sector efforts on COVID-19. So history of the Asian. Here there is a lot big history to read. Find time, just go to the Asian website and read it. It was established in 1967. Okay, here you can see right here August 8, 1967 by five foreign ministers, that is Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. By these five countries, this ASEAN was established. Where is the headquarters of ASEAN? It is there in Indonesia, Jakarta. Surprisingly, Indonesia is also a founding member. Okay, so from the Google Maps, we'll try to understand the countries. So this is our dearest India, and from going to the East Asia, we can find the countries here, right? There are totally 10 countries: Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia. Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Five countries we have covered here, and the remaining five countries, it is Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. Okay, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines. One, two, three, four. Which is the other country? The one country is hidden here. This you can see Brunei, right? So Brunei is the hidden country. So the 10 countries of the Asian are Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, 5 from this particular region, and the other 5 Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, and Brunei. Just open maps yourself and check these countries and visualize yourself while answering the questions. Okay, so this is all about the Asian countries. Let's go to our slide. Okay, I have asked you the question, right? Which of the following countries belongs to OPEC? So, OPEC countries I have discussed you yesterday: Libya, Democratic Republic of Congo, Algeria, and Niger. Niger is not there, so this option goes. Ecuador. Ecuador quit OPEC in 2020 January 1st. So this option also goes in vain. So these two answers: Venezuela, Nigeria, Angola, Saudi Arabia. Hope this is correct. So let's see the next option and confirm it is correct or not. So UAE, Algeria, Austria, Democratic Republic of Congo. So Australia, the secretariat of OPEC is there in Australia, but the country, sorry, not Australia, Austria. But the country Austria does not belong to OPEC. I have discussed this in the what we call the previous video. So this option also is eliminated, and the correct answer is Venezuela. So thanks for being with me. This is Riaz signing off.